Rounding out the Amazon passive tree, we have the Amazon Summons, one that is literally just a fancy punching bag in the form of decoy, while the other one, the Valkyrie, is easily one of the strongest, if not the strongest summon in the game, depending on what you're needing, and how lucky you are with her equipment rolls. Getting the decoy out of the way, the skill literally summons an idle clone of the Amazon herself with a base life of about half of what the summoning character has, so the higher your life, the longer the decoy will be able to do her job. And with enough points in decoy, you can eventually get her to even higher life than you, though by that time you'll end up wanting to use the Valkyrie instead. As far as uses explicit to the decoy, despite her automatic boost resist, she has a limited duration and can't attack, so she tends to be ignored by most players. Though some handy tricks you can do, even if you have a single point in decoy, is as a curse decoy or a scout, by placing her far ahead to take hits from ranged opponents so you know where they are, or by placing her on top of Bale while fighting his minions so he'll cast Decrepify on her instead of you, since he always targets whoever is closest. Beyond that, most of the reasons to put points into decoy itself are going to be to really pump your Valkyrie up in case you were wanting her as a super tank, but once you get to a decent amount of plus skills, the value of this definitely goes down. This is because, as we look at the Valkyrie, the decoy bonuses are actually redundant with the natural Valkyrie bonuses, with hard points in decoy essentially giving the same life and resist boosts another point or plus skill in Valkyrie itself will give, which, in case you're wondering, is an extra 20% life and an extra 2% resist fire, lightning, cold, and poison. So unless you're strictly focusing on boosting the durability of your Valkyrie, this synergy is not going to do a lot unless you're really pushing for that quad immune summon, which, if you're wondering, is actually a thing that is possible, but it's not something most people actively go after due to the points required, since it relies on hitting the hard cap on natural resistances for the Valkyrie of 85%. So if you have, for example, a level 30 Valkyrie, you would take 13 hard points in decoy to reach that amount, and you'd need a lucky roll on equipment to get the quad immunity. All that said, I did hype up the Valkyrie, and while one of the reasons is that durability, which even if you don't get the immunity, she's still pretty tanky thanks to dodge, evade, and avoid synergies, but the real reason is a mix of the massive list of other synergies and the randomized equipment she spawns with, which even at level 17, the Valkyrie is guaranteed to spawn with a rare Warpike, which can result in some massive damage with penetrate and critical strike, as well as her natural percent enhanced damage. This, combined with the fact that she has a small chance of doing quadruple damage with critical strike due to her natural critical hit chance working on a separate mechanic, can also result in some surprising moments. Her punchiness is enhanced thanks to the fact that her randomized equipment includes key components such as gloves, an amulet, and a circlet, all of which can have amazing modifiers to make her even more dangerous, while the boots, belt, and armor she gets will generally only add to her durability. If you're looking for her top tier equipment, then you will want to get to her at least 27 though, since that's when she's wearing all rare gear, including a rare tiara, which has really good item levels. And while she doesn't have natural special abilities, things like Play Golem with slow or Shadows using assassin skills, she can get plenty of chance to cast modifiers, knockback, and other equipment-based support skills to more than make up for it. So, do you use the Valkyrie as a one-point wonder, or do you treat her as a super tank? Mention it down below, and as always, a special thanks to the channel members and patrons that make this content possible.